Howdy, friends. So I am excited to deliver some web checks today. I'm running this clinic from my basement because this week has kind of been a doozy. So this morning I got ready to go to the office and let my dogs out for the last time, and then realized that someone had left the gate open. So the dogs were out in the forest behind our house, running around on the acreage and not in the fence. So I'm now hanging out in my basement. Welcome to my basement, friends. um, and then earlier today, I sprained my ankle. And then after that, I lost my car keys because my 6-year-old put the car keys into the change jar and didn't remember for 3 days. And we only have one key to my car. So, hey, welcome to my basement. Let's get this on, right? So I'm going to start with Unchained Melodies Dog Rescue to look at their website. And then I'm going to do at least 2 more. And I have my outline and everything, but I have a feeling that Unchained Melodies may take me slightly longer because this is my first one that I'm rolling through, right? Okay, so let's check it out. I am going to share my screen with you guys. And if you guys have a question about anything that I'm doing as I am doing this, please, okay, this is going to be really crazy when I share my screen right now. Please let me know because I can see your comments come through and I'll answer questions as I go, okay? So the first thing that I did was I just Google searched their name, Unchained Melodies Dog Rescue, Columbia, Missouri. So first off, this looks great. You see how we've got these 6 links underneath here? That's awesome. It means that Google is indexing their pages really well. What I'm concerned about is we're missing that big section over here that tells me about the organization. So I searched for Unchained Melodies Dog Rescue in maps, and I can't find them. So Janine, if you are hanging out with me, need to look at that. Like your Google My Business listing can't be right. Anyway, you either need to create one or claim one. But yeah, so you should have, this is great, but there should also be a section over here with like a picture and information on it. That's not there. All right, so now I'm just going to click on this link and I'm going to go over to the website. So this is my Lapalyzer friend. It's going to tell me what's installed on the website. So this website does not have any tracking installed on it that I can see. So what we want to see in here is Google Analytics tracking because that allows us to see what's happening on the website. But it's not here. So that would be another suggestion is install Google Analytics tracking. Okay, from here, I'm going to open up my Perfect Nonprofit website checklist, and I'm going to answer the questions from the checklist. Let me find the darn thing. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. So first impression, is it easy to use? I mean, I understand where the navigation is. So I think this looks pretty easy to use. Donate is front and center. I like that. There's donate on the main navigation bar. There's a contact us on the main navigation bar. I like that. There's lots of pictures of dogs. I like this as well. That dog is very cute. I love dogs. Love dogs. Okay, I think this is a really good section of the homepage. It like allows me to go to the part of the website that I am most interested in. So I maybe click on adopt and I go here. One thing I'm not sure about is I don't know if I really like that this stayed the same on every page. I would probably shorten this header image and like move it up so that I get more of the stuff I want up at the top of the screen, which makes me want to look at it. Ooh, look at that. Now you guys, I want to look at it from like a mobile perspective here. I'm a little organic with this stuff. So this gives me an idea of what it would look like on a mobile phone. So imagine this on my mobile phone. I am going to have a lot of this picture up here, but I didn't get to this stuff very well. So if you have Google Analytics installed, I would definitely look and see what percentage of your web visitors are on mobile. I would assume for Unchained Melodies Dog Rescue, you're going to have a lot of mobile visitors. And this mobile experience for them is as important, if not more important, than the desktop, because they are at least 50% of them, if not more, are going to be coming on a mobile phone based on what I see on all the other sites that I manage. Okay, so I like that there's additional links here. I'm gonna click on something. Okay, yes, this is all integrated in here. It is everything I can do not to click on every single one of these dogs and learn about them. Good job photographing the dogs, guys. I love it. I love labs. Oh, but no kids. All right, so that doesn't work. Hey, those little icons are smart. See? Smart icons. All right. So, and I do like the way that on this page, see how when I scrolled up, it was just like the navigation. So imagine if this page was like this, and that's what I got. See how much more I can see in the screen here? That's good. That's what I want. And then imagine too, if it were on a mobile phone, it might have, you know, available dogs right here and then no picture at the top. I'll look at the mobile report in a second, but we just have to be careful about how big our images are and that kind of thing on mobile. All right. So first impression, is easy to use? Yes. Can I tell what you do and why it's important? I mean, yes. Are the homepage and interior pages lovely? Let's look at another interior page. So this is an event page. I mean, you have pictures on them. If it were me and I were like giving this to one of my designers, I would have expected them to do more. What I would like to see is every few paragraphs, you give me another subtitle here. So that way, so the way that your pages are supposed to be formatted is it's like inverted pyramid meets table of contents, right? So on all of your pages, if you're a skimmer, you should be able to just read the subtitles and tell what's going on a page without having to read anything underneath it. And then the other thing that's going to guide you through that content is captions underneath the pictures. So you could explain here, like, what is, like, this is sad. Like, of course this is sad. Look, this chain has been here forever. How long has this dog been chained to this tree, right? Anyway, you could tell a story here, or you could just very matter-of-factly explain what's going on here. Or even the repercussions of chaining a dog for a long period of time. Anyway. So yes, I will repeat that one more time. So the interior pages of your site are going to be, you know, inverted pyramid meets table of contents. So if I'm skimming, I should be able to use the headings and the subheadings like a table of contents to get down. And you do have things that are bolded, which I think is good. I think I would take some of these bolded things and turn them into subheadings and headings, so that way I can just skim it, because I don't have a very long attention span, and that is just sort of the universe. Okay. Any questions about the stuff that I have covered so far? I see that I still have somebody hanging out with me, so just shoot me a question if you have one, so because I will be happy to clarify. All right. So then next up, I'm going to go back. I wish I had 3 screens right now. I think I should probably, for my next one, like get my laptop so that way I can have 3 screens like going, maybe 4. All right, so let's look at the about section. Is there an about section? Adopt, foster, volunteer, life before and after. So I would say that the about section is partially what I'm on right now. Life before and after would also be part of the about section. So I guess I'm not sure. Like, there's kind of a clear about section. This content here is well organized. So the thing that I don't see on here is, where are the people that make this organization awesome? So I know that you guys have a lot of people that do so much for your organization. Like, you have just stellar volunteers. I would love to see you talk about them to some degree, someplace on the website, because you guys have a team of really awesome volunteers. So I feel like that's missing from the site. Does it explain the impact that they make? So that's another thing that I don't see a lot of here, is proof. So explaining even just the number of dogs that you have rescued, telling me what that equates for. So for example, the Spay Neuter Project does, like, I don't know if they have it on their website, but they were explaining to me the other day the multiplier effect of not having cats spayed, right? So you could explain kind of a multiplier effect of how many dogs you've rescued and what that impact is on the community, something like that. All right. Or you could just tell like what's going on with the dogs that you've rescued, you know, how well they've adjusted, and that could be part of your proof as well. All right, so we have articles here. So this is kind of your news page, but kind of not. I'm not sure that this is well named. Some of these things are articles. Dangerously cold for pets. Huge victory for dogs of Missouri. Partnering. Okay, so some of these are articles. Some of these are events. I'm going to click on them. What happens? So I'm taken over here. Okay, so this formatting is not quite right. It's close, but it's not quite right. But this is truly an article, and this is a good thing in here. So you could have some of these things named blog, and then other things go underneath events. Yeah, I would tighten that up a little bit. And yeah, I know. And the things that I talk about too, though, guys, like, don't feel like I'm saying that this doesn't work. Clearly, I can click on it. It takes me to another page. It's kept inside the site. So those things are right. Like these pages are inside the site, and that is the important part, because people are going to search for things about chaining dogs, and they could come to this article that I just clicked on, and that's awesome. If it were in some exterior blog, like over in wherever someplace, then they would not find it here, and you would not get that traffic back to your website. So that's why we keep the blog inside the site. But I do feel like this could be formatted way sexier and behave maybe a little better. All right, and is it up to date? I mean, I think it's up to date because this is like March 15th, 2021. So we're clearly updating stuff, you know, but this is also an event. All right. Contact. You have the contact page in the navigation. I love this. Yes, look at this. See, this is a very good contact page, friends. The reason that it's a good contact page is because I can email the director. I can talk about training classes. I have a general email. I know why I want to contact you. Now I can pick who I want to contact. That's really good. We have different addresses. I would add a map to the training center because people probably want to know how to get there, and they might go here instead of the dog training classes to get there. Look at how fun this is. This is a well-designed page. Look at all the stuff on here. This is good. And see how you've used all these really nice headings? Like I could go through here and never have to think. I'd be like, okay, adult etiquette. This is for my dog, right? Anyway, nice work on the dog training classes. Back to contact us. Kind of like a fish over here. Contact forms. I'm wondering to myself if, whoa. Okay, so I would pull the margins in on this page a lot so that way I can see everything. I'm almost like in a perfect world, and I know that you might not be able to do this, but in a perfect world, I would either have a tab set up where I have like click to give, or like an expanding contract so that I don't have to take them to another page for the contact form. But if you can't do that, I mean, this is okay. You could make these into buttons so they feel different. Anyway, now I'm art directing. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing right here. Okay, so donate. We have a donate page on the navigation. That's good. I like the location of it. Usually I would have donate here or donate here, or contact us donate, like in opposite places. Oh, this is fun. I love this picture. Friends, what a great picture. Loving it. Okay. Our lifesaving, we don't have any government funding. This is good. Okay, so I like how you have all of this on one page. This is good. You didn't take me someplace else to fill out the form. I like that there's options that they can give monthly if they want to. So that's good. That's good. I think that, wow, there's a lot of ways that they can give. This is great. I'm wondering if we are confusing the point by doing this and everything else. I do like that you have donate items we need up at the top. I would really have to think through this page and decide like what is the right format for it. But I do think that you have the most important items at the top, and that's really good. I would probably put a little bit more about how awesome you're doing and, you know, what you use their donations for, just trying to build trust with them. And obviously using those subheadings to let people scan through stuff. Okay. Success stories. Are success stories sprinkled throughout the site? Answer is no. That I don't even know if we have success stories on the site. Articles, events, no. Okay, so adding success stories and sprinkling throughout the site is an amazing way to make sure that you tell people how good you're doing, and it shows them what you're doing with their donations, and it's awesome. Okay, so there are static pages for recurring events, so that's good. Here's one of them. Love it. This is exactly how this should be set up. I would put the contact form right here, especially since it's not taking them anyplace else. So put it right here. I even like to put contact form, or like the registration form, like higher up on the page, because remember, if we're on a mobile phone, we have to scroll all the way down to the bottom to find this. And so I would move it up higher so that way people get to it earlier. Yeah. Okay. So last but not least, I want to check out Unchained Melodies Dog Rescue and my boyfriend GT Metrics, because he tells me so many good things. I'm testing the site. I'm going to go back over and see if there were any comments. Okay, so one comment. This is a WordPress site which is limited. Agreed. Well, you're kind of getting into my values on that one. I do not agree that a WordPress site is limited. So a WordPress site is unlimited. That's what makes it such a cool platform to build on. What makes it limited is your ability to manipulate the program. So for some people, that really stinks because they don't have the ability to extend the program the way that they want to. And it would be easier if they were in a system that is better formatted for them. So like if you're just going to download any old template from the themes library at WordPress and import it into your website, then you're going to have to figure out how to set that up, and it may or may not do all the things that you want it to do. Now, if you work with a WordPress developer, then they can make your website do anything you want it to do, which is awesome, right? But then also you have to learn how to use the site, but you're going to have to learn how to use the user interface anyway. So I don't feel like WordPress is limiting, but it is limiting based on how well you know how to use the system and extend it. All right, so now we're going to look at, thank you for the question, by the way. That's awesome. I love questions. Okay, so latest performance report for Unchained Melodies Dog Rescue is testing from Vancouver, Canada. Okay, so I know that this is a B, but this is actually really great. This website is loading fast, real fast. So this is awesome. Keep this fast score. So this means that even when I'm on a mobile phone, I should have like great load time, which is awesome. So you're doing pretty darn good here. I really like it. And then when I look at this report, I like to go over to waterfall and I like to sort by size just to see like what could be slowing things down. So there are a few pictures that could be resized. So see everything that says JPEG or JPG on it. You don't have a lot of control over the JavaScript and that kind of thing. That's you're just gonna have to trust your web developer on that. But anything that says JPG at the end of it, if it is bigger than like this big, like bigger than 60 kilobytes or 50 kilobytes, it's too big. And that means that you can make it smaller. So if these images here were made smaller, then this site would load even faster, which is awesome. Like, why would you not want a website to load faster? That is my question for you. Okay, so then I'm going to go one last place, and then I will hop off and start another one of these for my next up. Who's my next up? Let me see. Wait, I'm in the wrong thing. You guys are going to have like insight into my Milanote boards here. Web checks. Ooh, who should I do next? Boston Scholarship Foundation or 916 Inc. I think I have to do the Missouri Symphony Society because they asked a long time ago. So Mosey, you're up next. Okay, friends? Or Mosey? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go out to Uptrends website speed test. Okay, where is it? Free tools, performance, mobile website speed. Isn't this fun? Okay, so the one I just looked at, it does not do a free test for mobile website speed. I like to look at this for iPhone X because there's just, you know, let's look at 3G native speed. That's pretty normal. All right, which one's closest to me? Doesn't really matter. Start the test. They're testing for me. So this is just going to tell me how it loads on a mobile device and if it's quick, all that kind of good stuff. And it's running. It's running. Oh, man, this is taking forever. And it's still testing and waiting for my results. I'm sorry. I would pause this if I could. Like, pause the video and, like, pop back in if I could, but I cannot. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait for the test to run, and I'll just put a screenshot of it in the comments. How does that sound? That way I don't have to sit here until it, like, decides it's going to work. Okay, so thank you, everybody who hung out with me to look at this website. Oh, wait. Here it is. No. Yes. No. No, it's not here. Okay. Anyway, so thank you everybody who hung out with this website. Next up, I'm going to start a new Facebook Live and we'll look at the Missouri Symphony Society's website. Boom. Thank you. Oh, and last but not least, if you want me to do this for your website, you can put it in the comments of this Facebook Live post, or you can also direct message me and I will put you on my list. Bye.